In this video, I'm gonna give you 5 critical tools that you need to master consistency and discipline when motivation just doesn't seem to be working. I'm gonna teach you how to use commitment to your advantage so that you actually follow through on your goals this year. Here is an overview of today's chapters in this video, and make sure you stay until the end of the video so you can get a complete list of the action items of everything that we talked about today. And you'll get your specific to-do list so you can apply all of the action items into your own life and use everything that we talked about here today to your advantage. I have the links to all of my socials down below if you want to check it out and be besties. And without further ado, let's dive in on how to be consistent and disciplined in 2024. But before we dive into this transformative content, I want you to do me a favor and hit that like button. Why? Because it's not just a gesture, it's a commitment. It's a declaration to yourself that's telling you that you are showing up today and you are committed to achieving your goals in 2024. So hit that like button and subscribe because I have a treasure trove of more inspirational and motivational videos coming for you to keep you on track for success this year. Chapter 1. The motivation game. Chances are you've probably set some New Year's goals, whether it's this year or years prior, and they fell flat. Well, you might be asking yourself, why is that? Why does it seem like every time you set a goal for yourself, it just doesn't work, you don't seem to be following through? Well, the fact of the matter is motivation is cute and all. We all love a good motivational speech or a good motivational pump in the morning, but motivation can only get you so far. So the purpose that I want to share with you in this very first chapter is finding your why, finding out why. What is the motivation behind what you want? What do you actually want? What is motivating you to actually want what you want in the first place? Is it because you want to achieve a certain status? Is it because you want to feel a certain way? Chances are, whatever we want in life, it's because we believe that by achieving that thing, it will make us feel a certain way. So it's not about what we achieve, it's the feeling that we get from achieving it. Action item 1 is defining your why. I want you to take 10 minutes and write down why it is that you want what you want. And a great tool that I found for doing this is a tool called 7 Levels Deep, where say that your goal is that you want to get fit this year. You're not just saying, my goal is I want to get fit. You want to ask yourself, why do you want to get fit? Okay, I want to look nice. Okay, cool. Again, that's pretty vague. So what this 7 Levels Deep tool does is that you ask yourself 7 times, why? Why do I want this? Well, because of this. Okay, well, why is that? And then you have to keep answering until you get down to 7 levels deep. And you may find that you get to your deepest answer within 5 whys, or you might find that it may take 10 times of asking yourself why to really get to the core of why you want something. And spoiler alert, more likely than not, the reason why we want something is not because of the thing itself. It's because of the feeling that we believe achieving that thing is going to give us. So take 10 minutes and write down your 7 levels deep of why you want what you want. Moving on to chapter 2, we have the carrot and stick. I like to call the carrot and the stick an analogy that I use in my own life. And really the carrot is the prize, the diamond, the win at the end, the achievement that we're going for. And the stick is the exact opposite. The stick is the punishment, the penalty, the fear that we may be running from. So the trick is using both the reward, or the carrot, and the stick, the penalty, to our advantage. Because in life, all motivation comes down to what we want most and what we fear most. So if we can really get to the bottom of what we want most in life, which again usually comes down to a feeling, and then what we fear most, which also in turn comes down to a feeling. So love and fear, those are 2 polar opposites, and that's usually what people are chasing at the end of the day. I'm not gonna speak for you, but at the end of the day, at the very core of what people tend to be chasing and running from possibly are these 2 elements, or these 2 emotions. But if you can learn in life what you want most and what you fear most and combine them both, that will trump motivation any day of the week because you have a deeper understanding. It's not about just how you're feeling that day. If you feel energized when you wake up, it's you're reminded every day of what you want most and what you fear most, and you use that, you internalize that to achieve your goals. So if you haven't already, please hit that like button so I can share these messages with as many people as possible. It really helps me out, so thank you. Action item, I want you to define your carrot and stick. See if you can narrow it down to 1 sentence or even a word. What is your carrot? What is your reward that you're seeking? And what is your stick? What is it that you're running from, or what do you fear? And then write in 1 to 2 sentences how you're going to use this carrot and stick analogy to move yourself towards your goals. Chapter 3, harnessing the power of consistency and discipline to achieve your goals. So we've went over motivation and how people get motivated, but the truth of the matter is we're not always gonna wake up motivated every day. And that is where consistency and discipline come into play. First and foremost, we have to understand that motivation fluctuates, and that is absolutely normal. But how you can be consistent, how you can be disciplined is by breaking down your big goal that you have into smaller, manageable tasks. So that is planning it out and time blocking that specific time that you are going to work towards that goal. How you're gonna do that is you're gonna have this goal and you are going to work it into your daily routine. That is simply by taking your goal and work it into your daily routine. With time blocking. Action item, pick one goal and break it down into smaller tasks, and then schedule specific times to work on them daily. Disciplined actions pave the way to long-term success. The fact of the matter is, it's not always gonna be sunshine and rainbows every single day of your life as you're working towards your goal. But you'll come to find if you maintain consistency by having these time blocks working on your goals every single day, you are gonna build that momentum, you are gonna build that consistency, you're gonna build that discipline within yourself because you know that you have a set schedule for that day. Then you will become disciplined because you are showing up and doing those things on a daily basis. That is going to build your character. You will become disciplined by doing the same things day in and day out because you know that they're gonna lead you towards your goals. It's really about commitment. Being committed and deciding that you are going to be working on your goals every single day, deciding that you are committed to achieving your goals because you respect yourself, because you love yourself, because you care about yourself and the future you that you're building and the future that you're building for yourself. Decide right now that you are going to be committed to being the best version of yourself. Decide that you are committed to being disciplined to achieving your goals. Decide that you are going to be consistent in showing up for yourself day in and day out because you know that no matter if you're feeling good or not, if you show up for yourself, that in the end, your future self will be rewarded. You know that maybe right now it's tough, but you know that at the end of this year, you're gonna be thanking yourself for showing up for yourself day in and day out. That in turn leads to internal fulfillment. It's not just an external success or an achievement or a trophy you can look at. You're gonna look back and have confidence within yourself, an internal fulfillment because you're gonna feel that success on the inside that, hey, I showed up for myself when I wasn't feeling like it, when I didn't feel like going to the gym, when I didn't feel like getting out of bed, I still did it. That is where true confidence comes from, is showing up for yourself day in and day out. Action item, decide that you are committed on achieving your goal. I want you to take that piece of paper and pen and write down, put your name in there, I'm committed to achieving XYZ, period. Sometimes it's as simple as that, deciding that we are committed to achieving our goals. Then I need you to put that piece of paper somewhere where you're gonna see it every single day, whether that's in your bathroom, sticky note on your mirror, or next to your bedside table. I want you to have it where you are seeing it at least every morning and every single night, so that the next time you don't feel like getting up out of bed, you roll over it, you see that piece of paper of the promise that you've written to yourself, that declaration to yourself that I am committed to achieving my goals. I am committed to achieving XYZ. Carrot and stick analogy. How I really look at it is when I make a promise to myself, it feels so good to keep that promise. So I do everything within my power to keep the promises I make to myself because that builds trust within yourself and that builds more so confidence within yourself that you know that when you say you're gonna do something, that you're gonna do it. 4 is mindset mastery. So when it comes to achieving our goals, whether we actually achieve it or not, a lot of the times that depends on our belief in ourselves if we can actually do it. Looking at your goal, do you really truly believe that you can accomplish it? Yes or no? If the immediate answer is yes, great, you're on track, you're good to go to start working on your goals. But if you somehow have a negative voice in there where, cool, you have that goal, you're all excited, you have this blueprint about how you're gonna achieve it, but you have a little nagging voice in the back of your ear telling you, oh yeah, but I can't do this because of this, or yeah, I want it so bad, but if there's any sort of but in there, we need to clean that but up. We have to clear it out. We have to get rid of it, or at least silence it enough to where you continue to take action. Action item, identify and challenge one negative belief that you have about achieving your goal. Is it, I want to get fit, but I don't believe that it's possible for me? Well, get to the bottom of why you don't think it's possible and then challenge it. How you challenge it is you rewrite the story that you're telling yourself. Oh, I don't believe I'm fit, or that I can be fit because XYZ reason. I love cake too much. I don't know what it is. You can challenge it. You can say to yourself, I know that I can become fit in the future because I know that I'm going to build discipline on not eating cake every time I see it. I'm gonna build discipline by getting rid of all of the snacks in my house so that I'm not snacking on junk food. Whatever that negative belief that you're having around the goal or achieving the goal, challenge it and rewrite it in your favor. Be kinder to yourself, be nicer to yourself, and know that this whole achieving goals thing is a journey. We're not gonna get there overnight. It's about starting with challenging any negative beliefs, being nice to ourselves, being kind to ourselves, and gently holding our own hand really along the way. So again, identify and challenge one negative belief about yourself in achieving your goals and replace it with a positive, kind affirmation. And I would add to that to really meditate on it. Sit with yourself and that positive affirmation and really work on clearing out that negative belief. And as you clear it out, imagine yourself replacing it with that positive affirmation, that loving, kind affirmation you know that you deserve. Just hold that affirmation, hold that presence with yourself. So instead of just thinking, oh yeah, that's cute, positive affirmations, it's really working on clearing out that negative thought and replacing it kindly with that loving, nurturing thought, and just being gentle with yourself along the way. And chapter 5 is your accountability and support system. Accountability provides a crucial framework for tracking progress, ensuring commitment, and fostering responsibility towards your goals. Having a support system, whether it's from a mentor, friends, or a community, it just really helps nurture and foster that resilience and motivation so that you actually reach your goals. I know for me personally, something that keeps me on track towards reaching my goals is I have a lot of people counting on me. I can't just take off and chill out and relax. I have people that are counting on me to show up and be at my best. So for instance, when my assistant Allison shows up, I can't just call off and say, hey, I don't feel like it today. She's counting on me. So every single week she is here and we show up and we do our thing. We create content, we brainstorm, we work together. Having that accountability and knowing that I have responsibilities and someone that's counting on me helps me to show up. So if you're not in that position right now, that's fine, but maybe have a best friend or somebody in a community where you two can really count on each other. Maybe it's about a project. Like for me, I was thinking about in school, I always got my projects done. Why? Because in a group project, I felt that personal responsibility to do my part. So do whatever it takes to make yourself feel like you owe that to somebody. You have to show up. You have to be at your best. You have to do your part. Make it so that in your weekly schedule or your daily schedule, you feel that urgency that you have to show up for that other person, or else you're just gonna feel like crap. So whether that's in a community check-in where you're checking in with that workout partner, say, hey, did you do your workout for the day? Yes or no? And then have a punishment. It doesn't have to be crazy punishment, but just have something that you really don't want to give up. Maybe it's putting money in a jar. If you miss that workout for the day, you guys each have to put X amount of dollars into a jar, and whoever actually reaches the goal at the end wins that jar of money. I don't know, get creative. Figure out what makes you tick and then do it. Action item, share your goal with somebody that you trust and then check in with them daily and have a bigger check-in weekly. Also, have a penalty if you don't follow through on what you say that it is that you're going to do. Figure out what makes you tick. What would you hate losing? And then make your accountability partner hold you to it. If it is that you have to put X amount of dollars into a jar for every workout that you miss, do that. Do something that really bothers you, that makes you pull through and do your part. Here is a list of all the action items that you need to do today to follow through on your goals for 2024. If you found this advice and tips helpful, I would really appreciate it if you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and share this video with somebody who could use that extra push. Well, congratulations, you now have the tools to build consistency and discipline, setting the stage for a year of wins and success. The journey may be tough, but just remember that it's always worth it. And if you want more videos on personal development, you can watch one of these 2 videos up next. Here's to a disciplined and successful 2024. You've got this.